Mhm.
So after Concourse, you started something else, Base. What is
Yeah.
Base?
Base is kind of trying to learn from what I think were some of the mistakes with Concourse. One of them being try to express a system that can do everything, but like within the confines of a declarative YAML config.
YAML is the problem. Like everyone listening, it's
Yeah.
not the declarative part. That's okay. That's good. We like that. So what is
Well,
wrong? What is wrong with YAML? What is wrong with that
I
combination?
think I could debate both parts. Some aspects of declarative are also kind of falling out of favor with me, but
Mm,
it's like largely a I'm kind of shifting away from both at the same time. So I'm really like considering alternatives to declarative systems too.
really?
Um,
Do
yeah.
tell. That's very interesting.
But yeah, I mean, with the YAML part, it's really just like not having a real language at your disposal. You're kind of inventing like a language within it. We like to say that Concourse pipelines were declarative schema, but really it was declaring a set of jobs that then had like an imperative plan within them. And the more, bespoke we made that DSL, we got into things like scoping, like what's the scope of this value that's being bound within the build plan. Largely with like the across step is where this came up. The across step is like one of the most recently introduced ones where it's like across all these values, do this step. So you end up
Mm,
like wanting to bind an asset to a value, but then it's like, does that binding escape to later steps? And then it's like, why are we just not implementing a language where like doing across is just a for loop? So that's kind of where I am with YAML. It's just not very well suited, I think, to actually expressing something, and that's why like so many people end up templating it. And then you just have like two problems. Now you're like thinking at like a template level and a YAML level.
mm.
Now you need to like manage that pipeline feeding into the system. Um, so yeah, it just makes things way more complicated.